Alright, hello everyone. So today is Tuesday. Now I've already posted the Astro hours, 6 a.m. my time, so they're up and running. And I've put the lines up here, as you know. Now yesterday it was a swing day for gold. And I did say if we come up into these levels, I think we had a few up here, up here, up here. At Astro hours we could sell off. Now yesterday was a bit tricky. I did say wait for the US hours to trade it. Why? Because remember we had the impulse wave down, and this is the sandwich zone. So we got down, and then in this rectangle, what we want to do is sell the prices that are at the high level. All right. So yesterday those were the levels, and also if I make this a little bigger, you can also see from the PST indicator that that blue line was what we were targeting. Now here it's that support, that 50-51 zone. It's 2,321 to 2,327. So 27 is up there, as you can see, and it is pretty much done it. Okay. So this zone is a support level, and it's done it. Now this is not an Astro hour. Okay. Actually. So just bear with me. Okay, yeah, this is 6:15, so it's exactly my time. 4:30 was something we had up here, but that's not relevant for us. That's already gone. Okay, so we want to look at these levels here. So if the market is down here, if we're still down here or down to that 27, what was the other one? 21 is there. All right, so this zone is going to be kind of okay to go long if we're down here, but when I'm saying okay to go long, it's obviously a short-term trade. Why? Because at the end of the day, you want to be careful in this sandwich zone, and we're right in the middle of it. Okay, now if this thing breaks below the 50, okay, which is 2,321, we're going to have targets down here, so we should follow it all the way down here. The market should push it in towards that 42.41, which is 2,290 zone. Okay, so we've got 2,290 is there. We've got 86 just there. All right, that's on the daily. On the weekly, as you know, okay, you should keep that in mind. That's 2,275. Is it 61? Sorry, 2,257, which we already marked in. All right, the daily is going to change, obviously, day to day, but the weekly is there all week. Okay, and if the monthly will be there all month, and so on. So if we come back up now, the Monday was a swing day. Now, two things can happen on this swing day. All right, it's either going to be, it can be the low of the week. So Monday can be this, and then we could push up. Okay, or Monday could be that high and we could sell down. Okay, so we're thinking, well, which one is more obvious, or which one should we be doing? Because the weekly broke down, we don't mind selling, and it's at a breakdown level here. So a bit of a retracement on gold is not a bad idea. Also in the interim, what you need to look out for is obviously the news. All right, so today is Tuesday, so we've got some news coming out. Wednesday we've got news coming out. Thursday, Friday, so we've got news coming out all week. So the best time to trade these are obviously after the news, while taking into consideration the swing day. All right, so for gold, Monday was a swing day, and then the next swing day is, you know when that is. So if that is the high, okay, that the market did, if it goes up, selling again is a good idea. Now this is an LCL1 line, and it's giving me a price of 2,351. 2,351. This is a good spot. If the market comes up here and then dives back into under the previous day's high, which is here, then selling could occur at Astro hours. right? So what you can do is you can buy, and then you can cover the trade at the daily, move the stop forward and leave it alone until the next Astro hour. It's either going to break above this and continue, or we're going to come here, stall, and probably turn around if this impulse wave sticks with this sideways motion to push further down, right? So we've got an impulse wave, consolidation. It's either going to pump up, pump down. All right, so if you play your cards at the Astro hours, at the price, then it should go in one direction or the other. Logically, it should come down because of the weekly being a breakdown already. Okay, so that should give you a trade with a small, tight stop loss. All right, so let's take a look at euro dollar. Now, euro dollar, same kind of thing. Remember, I said this zone is okay to sell off at. I think we should still sell off. Impulse wave, ABC up, coming for a good buy kiss, right in the mid zone as well. Remember this from before, all right? So if you're following the videos, you know where that's coming from. We can actually get rid of this as well, but it doesn't really matter. I'm keeping it because this channel is still continuing. I just didn't want to do another channel and put too many lines up, that's why. So let's take a look. Remember, on the weekly, we're a bit in the middle of nowhere. This is still a possibility, okay? On the monthly, we understand we're going down. So when the market goes up, to sell is okay. So selling the highs, I'm okay to do that. Good buy kisses at 50, resistance at 54. That's 0724.47. So 0724. This is 47, 24 is there, which is done in the Asia session, okay, which is fine. So now euro dollar Monday and Tuesday we've got. So if we go back up again, selling is okay. I've marked this level in yesterday, I think, this one, and I can still extend that. Actually, it's already done. What you can do is bring it to this zone here. Okay, there, which works fine for us because it's right at the closing and underneath the PST level, so that's fine too. All right, so if we find ourselves at resistance levels again, I think selling at Astro hours is okay. Yesterday I was doing the video and I said this was okay to sell as well, so you could have sold here as well, you could have sold here as well. That was all good yesterday. Okay, also yesterday, did we have this level here? What's that, 8 o'clock? Monday, we had what, 6:30 to 6:45. 6:30 to 6:45. That's just 6:30 to 6:45. And then we had 10:50, which is... yeah, 10:30 to 10:50. That's your 10:30, 10:50 is there. Okay, so that zone, which is again a resistance level here, and that's also there. This is also not a bad spot. You can see it's on the daily PST. Okay, but this good buy kiss is okay. Now, what are the targets then? So let's check out the targets. That 41 is looking good. As you can see, it's a bit bolder than the other two dotted lines. So 41 is 1.0665. 37 is 1.0637. So 0665 and 37. 0637. 0665 is here. Alright, so going into here, selling at the zone here from the opening, the closing is here as well. So this is not a bad zone if we come up to go back down. Okay, because I'm expecting a sudden move until 9:30, be mindful that a breakdown can also happen. So it's a bit tricky. The 735 to 755 zone. It's a good level. It's just that there's a planetary aspect coming out at 9:30, which could kind of like, you know, give us a bit of a trap. Okay, so be mindful there. I've put a note on the members area. Okay, so I think pushing down is a logical way to go from here and here as well. Obviously, no selling at the lows where the market bought before. If it breaks below the low, then on the pullback into an Astro hour, I'm okay to resell and push down. SP 500, same kind of thing, nice impulse wave. We're going up. Now with the SP 500, as you know, got a lot of news this week. Every day there's news. So Tuesday and Wednesday, so today and tomorrow, is looking okay. For the Dow Jones, it's Tuesday. Nasdaq is Tuesday, Wednesday. All right, so so Tuesday, today and tomorrow. Looking for a swing is logical, and maybe to push further down is logical too. Right, so a bit of news coming out. Now this is a good pump up. As you can see, the market's like pumped up, so we can kind of like expect a kind of push down kind of motion. Yesterday, did I not draw? Yeah, I did draw the good buy kiss. That's the good buy kiss, right? So is that still an option? It's still an option. It could do with the news. The other option is, well, it can tap into this. Okay, so we've got to be careful. Right, it can tap into it. There are no gaps, so it's closed it all up. On the weekly, I don't have a level. On the monthly, no level. What's that? LCL one there, 5,109. 5,109 is already done. So what we have to do, just mark your levels, mark the hours as I've posted them. So the first one's going to be at 7:30 bar here until 8 o'clock. So that's your first zone here. But like I said, I think also on this, selling is okay because that's the impulse wave retracement. Selling down to push lower, I think, is the better option, which is around here. All right, and we should find ourselves back here, and if we come back down into here, we'll be buyers for sure. All right, as at this candle all the way into this zone, so we'll be looking for swing days there. But until then, I think selling is the better option here. We need to make sure we break below this if we're going to head down into here. So if they do sell off, it should break down. Okay. And that's it. So once you cover the trade, you can, I think, let it go because we do want to push it down. The first support of the day is 46, 5,076, 5,076. So this needs to be broken. This weekly level needs to be broken. So I think selling is the better option here as well. Okay, so if Tuesday, Wednesday we've got a swing high, I think selling at Astro hours is okay to do so. And that's the support. That LCL 5,197 is a bit too far out for my liking anyway. Yeah, it's a bit too far out. Okay, and that's already done. So no problem. What we can do is just sell the highs. If you're using your PST indicator, what you can do is go to the 1 hour chart, let it set up, right? And then on your 1 hour chart, you can wait. Okay, you can wait for the setup to happen. Let's do this. There you go. You can wait for the setup to happen. Where are you going to sell off? You're going to sell off at resistance levels at Astro hours here, or if it breaks up at the target zones there. All right, so like, let's say it's an Astro hour and you're on the blue line here. That's like an okay to sell off. Okay, This zone is also, it's a resistance level at Astro hours. And because we've got that 9:30 sudden move coming, you got to be careful. Why? Because that could kind of like break out, couldn't it? If it does, it's going to get to this red dotted line, or this red dotted line, or the blue line. And for those, you got price as 61, 67, and the blue line is LCL1. So you got all the prices where the market can get to in any case. And if you want to sell them from the highs at Astro hours, like from this red dotted bar or this blue bar, you can sell off. So using the 1 hour chart is also very good if you know what you're doing. Okay, if you're going to buy or sell. All right, so I'm going to move that back into the 15. So let's get back into Dow Jones. Now Dow Jones got swing day on Tuesday, all right, which is today. And let's see if we've got anything on Tuesday. Now the daily chart shows us the resistance at 53. 38,514. 38,514, so slightly lower than yesterday. So coming up here and then coming back down is like good. So if we get back into the range below the high of yesterday quickly, then selling is an option. On the daily, yeah, the support is 46, 38,261. 38,261 is also here. So this is your zone. So this is the buy zone, that's the sell zone. This is in between, so don't muck around here too much. If it goes up and then comes quickly back in and starts mucking around sideways and you get to an Astro hour with a tight stop loss, it's sellable. Nasdaq. So all indices are for us the same kind of setup. This is the daily. So we drew this yesterday. This zone is a sell zone. So selling in this zone is an option. Now it's broken above the PST. And as you know, if it breaks above the PST, I don't like to touch it. Okay, let it do what it needs to do. If it comes up to the blue line, the LCL1, which is 18,063, 18,063. It's going to be in this zone here, okay. 18,063, which is okay. If it gets in there, touches that, it's an Astro hour, comes back in quickly, then selling again is okay. Other than that, a PST breakout, don't stand in front of it. And let's get rid of this. Let's do that. Okay. And what about the support? 44. 17,520. Is just above the weekly pivot, so this zone is also going to be a support. So if they push down, start to break and push down, we should end up here. So selling the highs, I think, is also okay. Like I said, Nasdaq has got today or tomorrow, and then the other day, as you know, I posted on Monday. So you know the swing days work accordingly to that. Selling the highs to push down is okay, but because we got a PST breakout with Nasdaq, take extra care. We'll leave it till tomorrow to see if there's a new setup. Okay, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Okay, here's Bitcoin. We talked about yesterday, if the market goes up, you can sell again. It's done that today. Okay, obviously no selling the lows, like I said. This is in consolidation mode. These levels are buy levels, and the higher levels are sell levels. So right now, there's nothing to do here. If it goes up a little bit more, that's on the daily. Your targets are going to be 51, 53, I think. Yeah, so 64,970, 65,680, 63,027. Those are going to be wait, that's the support. So targets are going to be 51, 53. Okay, so there. 65,194, 970, and 65,680. Okay, so those are the targets which you can strive for, which it's nearly done. All right, so which actually brings us back into this zone here. If it goes back up again, selling is okay. This, I wouldn't really buy against this. This is a peak formation, as you can see. It's a 15-minute chart here. It's a peak formation, so selling is the better way to go with this one, I think. Yeah, because that's like taking everybody out. See the amount of volume that's trapped in there? So it's not a good idea. So pushing down, I think, is the better option. Just be mindful here. No selling on the lows. If you're going to sell it, do it from around here or higher at the end. That's about it.